I'm Julius Salesi. I'd like to say a few things about Manuel Silva. And I've known Manuel for a long time. He's a super guy, and he really believes in his heritage. I know most people won't realize that, but he named all his boats over his heritage, proud heritage, tradition. He's a very proud guy. Manuel did a lot of work going back and testifying for the Tuna Boat Association and also for the United States Tuna Foundation. Manuel was back there quite a bit, and his achievement back there was fantastic. And a lot of guys don't realize what he did for the Tuna Boat Association, which he was president for a number of years, but he was also a board of director of the United States Tuna Foundation and represented us in Washington, D.C. and took many trips back there. Yeah, he testified in front of Congress several times, and most of it was in regards to the porpoise situation that we were confronted with, because the environmentalists were really putting us down and chased us out of the Eastern Pacific, and we had to go to the West. And also Manuel traveled to many countries and testifying, for us, representing the American Tuna Boat Association. Well, I think Manuel really was very proud to be, number one, a fisherman. Secondly, he was captain, but he was also very proud that he was Portuguese. And he represented the Portuguese community first class all the time. Manuel, I'd like to congratulate you for this honor and achievement award that you're going to receive, because you're one super guy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Russell Keltner, and I'm here to congratulate my grandfather, Manuel Silva, on receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. This award means so much to my grandfather and our entire family. My grandfather has always taught us the importance of passing down our Portuguese heritage and traditions, one of those traditions being the annual Portuguese Festa. In 1965, my grandma and Grandpa Silva did the Festa. My mom was the queen. In 1986, I was the king of the Silva family weekly crowning. In 1993, my sister Lene was the queen of my grandma and grandpa's weekly crowning. My mom's Festa of 2001, my grandfather was the Grand Marshal. My sister was queen and I was king. In more recent years, my grandpa has been part of the Festa and the captain's group. Another important part of our Portuguese heritage that my grandpa has taught me is the tuna fishing industry. At a very young age, I would spend my summers in Samoa with grandpa. We would go from the legacy to the sea quest to the tradition as the boats were in port unloading. Early in my adult life, I spent several years working on board the Legacy. Grandpa in the tuna fishing industry has taught me a strong work ethic, the importance of family, and the importance of our Portuguese heritage. I would like to thank the PHC for honoring my grandfather. And once again, Papa, congratulations on receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Good evening. My name is Lyle LaRoche, and I'm here this evening to say some things about Manuel A. Silva, Captain Manuel A. Silva. Manuel was a real success in the tuna business, but in addition to that, he represented the tuna business all over the world. Manuel was chairman of Production Credit Association, and we was on the board of to approve loans for other fishing boats. So he was responsible for financing lots of boats in the industry. He was an active member of ICAT, was the International Commission for Conservation of Atlantic Tuna. So Manuel was concerned about conserving tuna all over the world. He was one of the first leaders of the Inter-American Tropical Tuna Commission for Eastern Tropical Fishing. He was one of the founders of ATSA, American Tuna Sales Association, which became a worldwide enterprise for marketing our fish. He was also a partner in Nuttall Styrus. He was a founding partner of Honor Marine Communications. Manuel was a huge success in the tuna industry. He was the youngest tuna boat captain at 20. He started with the American Girl, went to the Coimbra, and I met him on board the Kathy Lynn. He built the Sequest, which had the first Simrad sonar on a tuna boat in the world. He built the Proud Heritage, built the Tradition, and built the Legacy. Very cool names, showing our proud Portuguese heritage. Congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award from the Portuguese Historical Society.
Hi, I'm Manuel Silva, and I'm so grateful for the honor of being selected. I mean, this is a big, big thing here, and I certainly hope that I'm qualified. And I want to thank so much the organization, the committee involved, and for all those that put their vote in for me. I am really thrilled about this, and I'm thankful. I first went fishing with my dad, of course. I was 8 years old. I went fishing every summer thereafter, so that's where my vacation was, out at sea. In my younger years, I participated in our community activities, the festive parades, and the roumaniage. So our family has a history of participation. When I was about 7 or 8 years of age, I played the violin. Later, I played the guitar. I was tired of the guys calling me Squeakbox, so I switched. My life has been associated with fishing and the tuna fishing industry. I was fish captain at the age of 20. It's in 1950, which was rather an explosive year. I turned 20 on May 13. I got married on June the 3rd and took a vessel fishing for the first time as the fish captain on June the 8th. I also had a 3-year tenure as an advisor to the U.S. Commission on Fisheries, recommended by the Governor of California and appointed by the U.S. Secretary of Commerce. I would like to touch on our community, Point Loma. We in Point Loma are a rarity, and I say that in a good way. We all come from a good source. The early pioneers were hardworking and built and paid for a community hall and church. That's good quality, and I am proud to see that it exists today. I want to thank you again, PHC, for this wonderful, wonderful thing you're doing for me, and we'll go on with the evening. Thank you.
As tuas cantigas têm vozes do mar. As tuas cantigas têm vozes do mar.
Sou das ilhas dos Açores, sou ilhéu açoriano. Ser ilhéu é ter amores, é namorar todo o ano.
Sou das ilhas dos Açores, sou ilhéu açoriano. Sou das ilhas dos Açores, sou ilhéu açoriano.
Sou das ilhas, sou ilhéu, sou ilhéu, sou dos Açores. Debaixo daquele céu.
Hi, I'm John Goyce Jr. I'm Vice President of Rings Around the World. Our company is a family business, so on behalf of our company, and especially my mom and dad, John and Sharon Goyce, we would like to thank the Portuguese Historical Center for the 2015 Business of the Year Award. We are honored to be included with past honorees who helped to develop and shape the future of the purse seining industry worldwide. Rings Around the World traces its history back to an idea that my father, John F. Goyce, had, that resulted in the invention of the company's flagship product, the internationally patented Goyce double roller purse ring with secure push-button lock. My father started fishing for tuna on commercial bait boats out of San Diego in the 1950s. He likes to say back then the men were made out of steel and the boats were made out of wood. But these days, referring to purse seining, the men were made out of wood and the boats were made out of steel. With the introduction of purse seining, my father learned every job on the deck and most jobs in the engine room. He was a speedboat driver, winchman, deck boss, mast man, and finally he became captain of several purse seiners. My father had known for many years there was a need to improve the old style purse rings, which wore out
the expensive purse cables, and the purse rings due to cable to purse ring friction. These old-style snap rings also opened accidentally during the set, causing large rips in the net. So after he retired from purse seining, he began working on a prototype, and in 1989, his first roller purse ring named Model A1 was born. The success of the Goyce double roller purse ring is based on my father's idea of incorporating a main roller to eliminate friction between the purse cable and the rings. At the same time, he developed a secure push-button lock to eliminate the risk of ripping the net by the purse rings opening up accidentally during the set. Later, he added a small roller to eliminate wear when the purse cable passes through the rings when they are still on the rail of the boat while sending the net. My father wanted to produce the rings in the US, but the costs associated with this meant he couldn't compete in the world markets like Asia and South America. So while all critical materials like stainless steel and roller material are purchased in the United States, and critical processes like heat treating and galvanizing are done in the US, the actual production happens in Mexico. These practices were implemented by my father to ensure optimum quality of all products. As the demand for Goyce rings grew, the production facilities also grew. The first production shop was less than 5,000 square feet and only had 3 employees. The weekly production was 25 rings per week. When we outgrew that shop, we moved to a 15,000 square foot facility with 17 employees. In 2010, we moved to our current location, which is a manufacturing plant with 30,000 square feet and 60 employees. We are currently undergoing an expansion, therefore have an open hiring policy. If a qualified stable worker comes to our plant looking for a job, our plant manager has instructions to hire him. Here in San Diego, we have a 15,000 square foot facility and 10 employees. 6 are family members. It gives us great pride to think that my father's idea, from his experience as a crew member and his years as a purse seine captain, has resulted in the employment of over 70 people. We sold our first 25 Goyce rings on February 6, 1990 to American Rigging here in San Diego, who remains one of our distributors to this day. Throughout the history of our company, we have sold more than 270,000 Goyce rings worldwide, not only to the world tuna purse seine fleets, but also to other purse seine industries that fish smaller fish, such as sardines, anchovies, mackerel, and salmon. In addition, we produce and sell thousands of units of replacement parts for the Goyce rings. Today, our company specializes in the manufacture and resale of many products used on the deck of purse seine fishing vessels. Rings Around the World Limited also has a thriving resale business where its customers purchase container loads of many of the items needed to operate the deck of a purse seine fishing vessel. We are also proud to be a longtime supporter of the Portuguese Hall and the many functions hosted there. It is important to give back to the Portuguese community to honor our heritage. Many generations of our family have benefited from the cultural experiences the Hall hosts every year. On behalf of our family, and especially my parents, John and Sharon Goyce, thank you for making Rings Around the World the Portuguese Historical Center's Business of the Year.
Deixem passar esta linda brincadeira, que a gente vamos bailar para a gentinha da Madeira. Deixem passar esta linda brincadeira, que a gente vamos bailar para a gentinha da Madeira.
Hi, my name is Dina Amaral, and I've known Bobby the majority of my life. I basically grew up in his house. I found that Bobby was the most sane of all the crazy Verissimo boys. He had a gentleness about him. We always got along. I watched how he went from a smooth player in the Purple Challenger to Mr. Cool dating my cousin Odette to the man he is today. I'm very proud of him for receiving this humanitarian honor. But I know that he is not comfortable with these kinds of accolades. He doesn't like being fussed over. The definition of a humanitarian is someone who cares about people and who participates in charities and good works. Bobby has done so much for his industry, his church, and for his heritage. He has fought for rights of fishermen, attending many meetings in Washington and in foreign countries. Bobby is a fair boss, I know because I worked for him for many years. He had a good teacher, his father. Recently, he has found jobs for many with the company he works for, South Pacific Tuna Corporation. He helps where he can for St. Agnes, even sings in the barca to raise money for the church. He helps any way he can for the Portuguese Hall. He just finished remodeling the office, donating time and talents, like demoing and painting. Good job, the office looks great. He helps at Festa time, especially the fish fry. He has come to the rescue many times for the Portuguese Historical Center. And although he didn't think anyone was looking, we were. I think that a humanitarian is just being a good person, son, husband, father, a great avoo, and a good and loyal friend. He would give you the shirt off his back, maybe not an expensive one, but a nice shirt. These are all good traits for someone being given the honor. I am proud to call him family and friend. I owe him so much, but I swear he did not pay me for this. Enjoy the evening, buddy. I love you.
I would like to congratulate my grandfather, Avu, for this big accomplishment award that he's won. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Preston, what do you say?
Say congratulations, Avu.
Louder.
Say it loud. Yay!
Hi everyone, coming at you from Austin, Texas. We just wanted to take a moment to congratulate our dad, Bobby, for receiving the Humanitarian Award from the Portuguese Historical Center. He truly deserves this award, and we couldn't be more proud of you, Dad, for this true honor.
From everything that he's done in the community to being the patriarch of our family, he's always there whenever somebody needs him.
Thank you for all that you do.
Pops, I've been around for 11 years now, and you're that guy that we call that dude who would give your shirt off your back to help anybody, whether it be in the community, outside the community. You are a true humanitarian, and you truly are deserving of this award. Cheers to you,
You're a
Pops.
hero, Dad.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Bobby Verissimo, and I'm pleased, honored, and humbled to accept this award from the Portuguese Historical Center, and especially to join the past recipients who I have long admired and respected. A very special thanks to the PHC board for selecting me. Thank you to those who nominated me and supported my nomination, and an enormous salute to all this year's nominees, which of whom have made incredible contributions to our community. And of course, thank you to my family and friends for always supporting me in all my efforts to continue to be involved in any way helping out our community and the tuna industry. Again, thank you very much. And with that said, now I've got to go across the street and paint the office in the hall. They told me there was no catch to this award, but I guess there is.
Chapéu alto, chapéu